Okay, so this video will be for the week 14 remote learning assignment for my 3A Tech Ed 1 class. This will be one video out of, I think we end up doing 4 here for this assignment. Basically, we have several different things to do this week. Primary ones are to complete the blocks below. Basically, the first one is block A, which I've already done a video for. That should have been done and ready to go. You will be using it later this week in order to create your final assembly, which is right here. What I'm going to work on first, though, is part 3-1 drawing. We want to get this one done and completed on the drawing, and then submit that part and drawing into your Schoology account. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up by left-clicking. I'm going to open with my Adobe Acrobat and say OK. Slide it over. It's on the other screen here. And take a peek at what we got going on here. Okay, now at this point, you should be at a place where you could actually look at this and draw this relatively quickly. Okay, now the first thing I want to know is what units we're looking at. All these here are in inches. If there was a metric box in this lower right hand corner, then you would know it would be in millimeters. So what we're going to do is we're going to start a new part in inches. My approach is going to be to start from the front view. I'm going to create this outline of kind of like this stair step. I will then extrude it across. And then I'm going to come up here on this top surface, highlight it, and cut this little block out. So I can do this in 2 steps. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a material on there. I'm going to show you how you can get your mask for this. Okay, and then we're going to take this part and finish by putting it on this drawing. Okay, so going into my SOLIDWORKS, I'm going to go ahead with a File New. I should be in my SOLIDWORKS templates, and I'm going to highlight inches. I'm going to say OK. Now again, I'm going to start on the front plane. I'm going to start with a new sketch. And I'm going to start with my line tool. And I'm going to start by going with a line going up, out to my right, down, over, down, over, down until I see that line right there, and back. Okay, I'm going to hit escape to deactivate my tool and hit my F key. Okay, so now what I got to do is go back into my drawing here and get some measurements. All right, so I see that the top is going to be 0.75. The height of this is going to be 0.5. The height of this will be 0.75. And then 1.75 here. So let me get some of those numbers in here real quick. So I'm going to go here and turn on my smart dimension and make this 0.75. Let me see, I got to go back. Probably should just keep this open in my other window, so I'm going to slide this back over for a second. I'm going to hit this line right here and make that 1.75. I'm going to go from the very right side line to the very left side line and pull up, left click, and type in 3.30. Hit enter. I'm going to click the height of this line right here, bring it out over to the right, and make that 0.5. Click this bottom line right here and make this 0.75. And then I'm going to click this very back line. I'll pull out here to my right. I'm going to make this whole thing a height of 2 inches. Okay, now I know it's a little messy, got a lot of lines going on here, so I'm just going to make some small adjustments so you can see the numbers better. I'm just pulling these in, and you're not required to do this. This is just me, just so you can see where these numbers are located, so that it's easier to understand where I got this information. Now again, we're looking for the color black. And what that tells me when I see everything in black is that that SOLIDWORKS is happy with the information it's got. It means that it's fully defined, and I can tell that by down here at this corner. Okay, so now that I know it's fully defined, I'm going to go ahead and extrude this a depth of 2.25. Okay, now looking at our drawing, how do I know that? This is that depth. So I just drew basically this face right here where my arrow's going. I now want to extrude it back 2.25. So I'm going to slide this back over real quick, go to my features, and do an extrude boss base. And I don't care which direction you go. You can go forward, you can go back, it does not matter for this one. I'll go ahead and leave it as it is. But where it says 0.1, I'm going to change that to 2.25 inches and hit enter. I will then hit my green check mark. I will then hit my F key. And now before I do anything else, you'll notice this thing looks like wood, and for some reason the template got corrupted with or saved over with balsa as the base material. We actually would like to make this a 2014 aluminum alloy. So to change my material, I have to go over to the design tree, which is over here to your left. And where it says balsa right here, I'm going to right-click, edit material. You're going to get a window pop up. And basically what it's going to show you is all the different materials you can add onto this part. Right now, the one you'll see open is woods, and they'll say the word balsa. I would like you to expand the word aluminum alloys by hitting the arrow. And then you'll notice it's a numerical order. So what I'm going to look for here is a 2014 alloy. Okay, it's about probably a third of the way down. I'm going to say apply, and you'll notice in the background my part went silver. And I'm going to say close. So now this part is no longer wood. It's actually, in theory, made of aluminum. Okay. Now, the last part I want to do is I need to cut the corner off of this top here, or this part right here. Okay. So if you recall, here's where we're at. I've got this solid part, but I need to chop that corner off right there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this surface and start a new sketch, and then I'm going to use my rectangle tool to create that square. So slide that back over, highlight that top surface, start a new sketch, and then to face it towards you, I'm going to do a space bar and a normal 2. I'm then going to turn on my corner rectangle tool. I'm going to come over here to the corner and left click and connect, and then pull up and to my left a figure that looks close to a square. Left click and hit escape to deactivate the tool. Turn on your smart dimension. Click on this side of the square and make it 1. Click on this side of the square and make it 1. And once you've done that, you should now see that your box has turned black. That is a good thing. I mean, SOLIDWORKS is happy and that the part is fully defined. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit my space bar. Go to my isometric view in the corner so you can see this. Go to my Features tab up at the top left here. Extruded Cut. And I'm going to make this through all because I just want to cut the whole piece off all the way through. I'm going to hit my green check mark. Hit escape a couple times. Hit my F key to center up. And then I'm going to go ahead and save this part. So I'm going to do a File. I'm going to do a Save As. And I'm going to save this into my TechEd 1 folder. Oops, that's Staff Share. Go to my TechEd 1 folder that you should have. And I'm going to save this one as Part 3-1. Now, just 3-1. I'm going to say Save. Okay. Now, you'll notice on the drawing, I've got the part done, but over here in the corner, it tells me, okay, there's my material. I've got that done. But it also wants to know how much this thing weighs in pounds. Well, since we put a material on there, we actually can get a theoretical mass of this part, okay? And there's a really easy way to get it, and this is what you're going to do next, is if I go over here, and I go to the tab that says Evaluate, we're going to actually evaluate the weight of this part, the mass. If I left-click on this, you're going to see a little scale called Mass Properties. And when you left-click on that, it's going to give you a pop-up window. Your part name will be in the top, and then it's going to say, okay, the mass properties of part 3-1, configuration default, coordinate system default, the density, mass. And this is the mass you're going to put in when we do the drawing. So in this case, our mass is 0.84 pounds. Okay? So it's important we remember this. All right? Now I'm going to go ahead and close this out. I am now going to take and do a File New. We are going to put this on a GHSA inch border, which is the first one on the second row, and say OK. Now, we've already done several of these drawings. It's the same exact procedure we've done in the past 4, 5, 6 drawings. I'm going to double-click Part 1 over here in the Open Documents, or I will go browse for it. I will double-click here. I'm going to start again under my standard views with a front view. That's the center box. I'm going to make sure my preview is on, that my hidden lines under display style is turned on. That's the second box in, and that my scale is at 1:1. I'm now going to take my cursor and slide over to the paper, And starting in the left-hand corner, I'm going to left-click once, pull straight up, left-click number 2, pull down and to the right, left-click number 3, and then pull up and towards the corner at an upward right angle, okay, left-click. I've got my views on there, so my last part is to hit escape. Now, the first thing I want to do is I'm going to come back to this upper view and left-click inside this orange box. When I do that, it automatically gives me a property manager to my left. Two things I want you to do here. I want you to turn on color, which is this second box from the right. And I want you to change the scale from parent scale to custom scale. Drop this arrow and change it 1 to 2. Hit the check mark. Okay, so now I've got all my views where they need to be. So the next part is we're going to add in our dimensions. So under my annotation toolbar, I will turn on my smart dimension, and I'm going to go in, I'm going to kind of roll in so you can see this really clear. I'm going to start with this top line, I get a 0.75. Close that up there. Hit this line right here, I get my 1.75. Click on this line right here. So this is exactly the same as we just did in our sketching. Now to flip those arrowheads, all I'm doing is hitting the little dot at the back of the arrow. Okay, it just makes it a little bit cleaner. Go to here, there's my 0.75. Flip that over, adjust, it looks good right there. I'm going to go from this top line to the bottom line here and make that 2.0. From the left-hand side to the right-hand side, we're going to go here to 3.300. Okay, not quite done yet. I have some dimensions that also go up here. There's 2 of them, or 3 of them, excuse me. One for here, this one here, and I'm going to flip the arrowheads to the inside. And then from this top line to this bottom line, oops, hit escape there, sorry. From this top line to that bottom line is 2.25. At this point, I hit escape to turn my tool off because I have all my dimensions. Now, what I like to do before I do anything else is just adjust each of my views so there's enough space between drawings. I don't like my numbers to be really close to each other. So I'm just going to left-click and hold, draw this over to the left a little bit, maybe pull this up just a tad bit more, pull this a little bit more to the right. So there's nice spacing between all views. Now, the last thing I need to do is I need to add in the title that goes below this, okay, and that is using a note tool. So I'm going to go up to the note tool. I'm going to drop a box right below and left click. Okay, here's my formatting bar. Now inside here, what I want is a font size of 12, and this will be the consistent on every drawing. Font size 12, bold, underline, centered. Caps lock must be on, and you're going to type the following. Part 3-1, space, isometric view, enter. Now, all you do is you keep the font size 12, but take your bold underline off, scale 1, shift, colon 2, enter. Material is 2014 aluminum alloy, enter. Mass equals. Okay, now I'm going to give you on this one, the next ones after this, you're going to have to put this on yourself. It was 0.84 space LBS period. Okay, on all of your drawings, you are required to type that number in. Okay, now click your green check mark over to the left, hit escape a couple times. I'm just going to adjust this kind of a little bit closer. Maybe I'll just take this drawing view up a little bit higher just to make it so it looks nice and clean. And now this part of the drawing is completely done. The last part, and one of the most important, because some of you continually forget to do this, I can't grade it if I don't know who you are, I need to double click all the information in this title block and make sure it is correct. So I'm going to start by going over here to the title and double clicking. We're going to call this SolidWorks part drawing. So I'm going to go SolidWorks part drawing space dash space part 3-1 and click outside of it. Now, you're probably thinking, oh my goodness, Mr. Combs, this is way too big. It's not fitting in the block. Well, if you left click on it, a couple times. I'm going to open it back up. Instead of a font size of 18, I'm going to check font size 16. That's a little bit too big. I'm going to go to font size 14 on this one. Okay? Click outside of it. You can left click and hold, and then just slide it where you need it. So GHS student, you're going to put your first initial of your first name, last name behind it, all capital letters. That's important. I will take points off if it is not all capitalized. Okay, today's date, it's going to be 11, whatever it's going to be, 28/20. Period is 3A, scale is 1 to 1. Everything at this point looks good. So I'm going to hit my F key, do a Control S for save. It's going to ask you, do you want to go ahead and update the views before you save? Say yes. We are going to save that with our part, and I'm going to say this part 3-1 drawing, and hit save. Now at this point, you got your part and your drawing are complete. I would like you to take each of these, the part and the drawing, and upload them into Schoology on the assignment. Okay, so here is the assignment. So you're going to go in here, you're going to go through the upload here and input. Okay, you're going to find the two files. I want all of the parts and drawings submitted in on this assignment. As soon as you have those submitted, okay, so you're going to actually end up having, in this case, one or two things here, two things here, two things here, and two things here. You should have 8 total submittals for this week's work. With that said, this video is now done. I will do a subsequent video next on part 3-2. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Otherwise, good luck.